Because I remember when I was 27 years old, I was driving through Golden Gate Park. I had this feeling and I was like, oh, I think I'm angry. It was like the first time in my life that I remembered being angry, because I have been a woman who was I just immediately went to sad. My anger channel was totally blocked off. My mom was very angry and I decided I was not going to be angry. And so I just was this nice, good girl, you know, sad and going more into the depressive place. And so it sounds like you had a journey. What was your journey with anger?
Yeah. Very, very similar. I got numb instead of crying. But what you pointed out is something that is so brilliant, because I hear it over and over again. Women saying, I got angry and then I somehow got sad.
Yes.
And I would say 95% of all cases, the sadness is not sadness. It is an escape from the anger energy, because the anger energy feels like being too much for the woman. Yes. And I think, first of all, we really have to acknowledge that in our collective wounding as men and women, we come from different places when it comes to anger. Yeah. So a woman totally misgets why a man is angry and how he is angry and what he is experiencing inside while he is angry or mad, and the other way around as well. Wow. So I could wrap your question up around, okay, and that's a very typical dynamic between the sexes. The man thinks the woman needs something to be fixed and the woman just needs him to hold space. Right. But when it comes to anger, it's not about this challenge. That's a side aspect of the whole nightmare. Yes. But the main challenge is, let's come from the story of a good girl, because that's the collective suffering.
Yeah.
When we get conditioned as girls, we learn you are part of the sex that is in danger due to their own biology. Yeah. And if you are conditioned as a boy, you are conditioned to believe you are part of the species that is a walking danger. You are dangerous. So that means that men learn to suppress their anger because they fear what they are capable of if they become angry. Yes. Women struggle for the rest of dignity and a little bit of access for their anger and their anger power because they want to feel safe. They do not want to feel in danger all day long. So in other words, a good girl never ever experiences safety. With the best lover on earth, she doesn't experience safety.
Wait, how come?
With the most,
how come? Because she's not feeling her own power, or what's
exactly. Exactly. Eventually, we feel safe with the other one because we know I am my best backup ever. And then love on top, and then the we on top. But first and foremost, I am responsible for my safety, and I'm ready to fight against you whenever it's truly needed. So
the woman, you're saying the woman, okay, I just want to slow this down because it's hard to understand. The woman feels like I am my own backup and I am ready to fight against.
Exactly. And a good girl is never ever allowed to fight for herself. And if she tries to fight for herself, she gets belittled. Yeah. She gets laughed at. Oh, sweetie. Yes, it's okay. Right. And that is part why men struggle so much with a woman being angry, that the woman still has with her anger also the desperation, you won't take me serious anyway.
So she's, and that is louder and bigger.
Exactly.
And I feel like there's this hybrid too, because I can see where I've gone through the good girl phase. Then I went through the phase of, okay, now I'm going to try and actually have anger or just allow anger. And so, you know, and my clients come to me and say, you know, some of their partners are either there's like a sense of bitchy or cold or a little bit distant or pissed off. There's like that low level anger. And then there's the good girls who never get angry. And I wonder, I have this theory and I wonder what you think of it. It's like even the ones who are kind of a little more bitchy or pissy, seems like it's because of not actually fully expressing the fullness of the anger.
Yes, it's like you do not warm your whole system up with your anger. You do not allow the fire.
Yeah.
You only allow the charge.
Yes.
And that is a definition of the bitch. It's like the snappy, wait, I will never forgive you. And this cold, snappy bitchiness is not our essence.
No.
And it's very tragic when we make it out of the wounding of the good girl and not then farther than just into the bitch phase. And even this is very important to acknowledge. It's a struggle. Yeah. It's really a struggle, and it's really, really complicated. So the best thing that a man can do with a woman anger is taking serious that she is a potential killer herself as well. And this being taken serious helps her nervous system to restore the sense of dignity and safety that comes with the self-responsibility of the own anger. And I think
slow that one down.
Of course, yeah.
So I love it. You're so wise that you drop these bombs, and I think you don't even realize it. It's like, okay, so if he sees her as in her own right, she is a killer, right? Can you translate that into modern day? What is he supposed to do with either the bitchiness or that full blown, explosive anger?
So the full-blown explosive anger, I do not want to glamorize that. And I also want to just put the footnote here first that me as a woman or as a girl, I never ever learned that I could be of danger for anybody.
Right. No.
And the truth is, I can kill another being just because I studied that over the course of the last millions of years in evolution, like every other living being as well. So it's very important to know, like for men to know, they are conditioned to think I'm a walking killer, I'm a monster inside, and she's a walking victim. And so women, when they tap into their anger, they are completely unconscious and unaware of their explosiveness.
Yes.
Women are unaware in most cases for their aggressiveness and how brutal they are. So if a woman's, I would never harm somebody, and their partners are like, who's talking?
I'm scared
there?
of you.
Yes, exactly. And women, like really, we can't see how much men are afraid of women and how much men are afraid of their partners. So I really want to acknowledge the hard job that men have there, seeing where she has her blind spots, and at the same time helping her release this charge that comes from 4,000 years.
Yes.
So it's not an easy task.
That's a really
Yay! Thank you so much for your interest in aliveness, no matter what. If you want to dive deeper into the shaking lifestyle, if you want to stop functioning and start living with every fiber of your being, you're super welcome in my shaking collection. You will find the link in the description below.